All right, how we doing today, Cavs fans? It is Thursday. That means it's time for Game 4. Hopefully before tonight's 9 o'clock game, many of you get to enjoy this beautiful day that we're having. I get to do a lot of work outside today with my laptop, and so just a blessed day to enjoy. And so hopefully with such a beautiful day, at least down here, we get to end the day with a celebration of a Cavs victory and a 3-1 lead. So here's our Game 4 preview. Again, enjoying kind of the video aspect during the NBA Finals and during the playoffs. Enjoyed a lot of interaction with many of you on the Periscope app. So again, follow me at Jared K. Mueller for quarter evaluations and analysis, as well as at the end of the game. So going into Game 4, the Cavs have a 2-1 lead. But if you've gone to kingjamesgospel.com, you saw earlier today that I posted that I believe tonight, is a must-win game for both the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. You might say, Jared, that's crazy. The Cavs are up 2-1. They already have an advantage. Hey, you can see my dog kind of wandering off in the background there. But the reality is, for the Cavs, winning tonight puts them up 3-1 with the best player on the planet, which, by the way, I'm trying to push a new nickname for LeBron. What about B-Pop? Best player on the planet. So if you like that, let's get it rolling. Let's get that trending someplace. So going up 3-1 with the best player on the planet, only having to win 1 out of 3 games with only 1 game at home, it makes a lot of sense. For the Warriors, winning tonight gives them home court advantage and gives them a lot of confidence going back to the Oracle for Game 5. And so they had a great fourth quarter in Game 3. If they win Game 4, they will have just a lot of belief in themselves, a lot of confidence going into Game 5. And so I think tonight is a must-win game, but I also believe whoever wins tonight wins the series. So what are we looking for? We're looking at adjustments. The Golden State Warriors made a lot of those in the fourth quarter. We saw a lot more David Lee, and we're with those little half rolls off of the Steph Curry pick and roll where the Cavs have been double teaming. David Lee is quite adept at getting to the bucket, kind of from the foul line area, but also passing out of that. Much better than Andrew Bogut, who, like Joakim Noah, kind of stands and gets a little frustrated. So the Cavs need to make an adjustment there. In 11 minutes, David Lee had 13 points. He had a lot of fouls as well during those 11 minutes, but 11 points in 13 minutes is pretty impressive, and that's something the Cavs have to be aware of in a low-scoring game. But what we know is that David Blatt has done a great job at making adjustments, along with Ty Lue and the rest of the staff. Paul Gasol destroyed the Cavs in Game 1 of their series against Chicago, and was a non-factor after that. Some of that was injury, but the Cavs made some adjustments to make sure Gasol didn't light them up in the same way that David Lee had some success, especially in the fourth quarter of Game 3. So I expect to see some of those similar adjustments, but the reality is the Cavs will be okay if David Lee, Harrison Barnes, Andre Iguodala, Andrew Bogut, and even Draymond Green are the ones that are making shots and are trying to beat the Cavs. They are not going to let Steph Curry and Klay Thompson beat them if they can. So the Warriors are going to have to make some adjustments. I think they made a lot of them in the fourth quarter, and we'll see what Steve Kerr decides to do tonight. But earlier today during interviews, he made it very clear. They won a lot of games playing the way they play. To change that would be to diminish their season and how they think they play best. So I don't expect humongous changes from the Warriors, but we'll probably see Lee a little earlier, and we'll probably see Iguodala a little earlier, as well as maybe a little bit more Sean Livingston to give the Cavs a little bit more trouble against the three-guard lineup. The problem for the Warriors is that Livingston and Iguodala and even David Lee are not good shooters. They're okay shooters. They can make some shots, but they're not good shooters. That's why they need Draymond Green to come back to the type of player he was during the season. We don't know if he can do that. Whether it's the fall in Game 2 that he hurt his back or just a lack of confidence, we've seen him struggle both to take shots and to make shots. Timofey Mozgov and Tristan Thompson have given him a load of trouble. Mozgov gave Paul Millsap a lot of trouble against the Warriors, and Mozgov did the same to Al Horford. Now, Tristan is chasing everyone all over the place, but Mozgov met Draymond Green at the rim a number of times in Game 3. After a while, Green has just kind of given up. So we'll see if his confidence returns, if the Warriors do some things to try to get him involved early in the game. Again, we'll go back to focusing on things that we have said are going to be really important for the Cavs, and that's out-rebounding the Warriors. Game 3 was the first time in the playoffs the Cavs won a game when they did not win the rebounding battle. Rebounding keeps the Warriors from getting out and pushing, gives the Cavs second chance opportunities, and makes the Warriors actually give up a lot of fouls. Bogut gets really frustrated. Green gets really frustrated because Tristan Thompson does not stop working for rebounds. And then you have the size of Mozgov and the size and activity of LeBron James that causes foul trouble and frustration. So rebounding is again going to be an important number. The other thing is going to be shooting. The Cavs have done an amazing job of shutting down three-point shooters throughout the NBA playoffs, and that has continued here in the NBA Finals against Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, as well as the rest of the shooters on the Warriors, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green, those guys. The Cavs have locked down the three-point line. Steph Curry went off in the fourth quarter, but can the Cavs hold that within a reasonable number? And I think that goes to the one adjustment we do expect to see from the Warriors. The Warriors are either going to run no picks for Steph Curry, allowing him to try to take Matthew Dellavedova one-on-one, which he can do. He's a really talented player. Or we expect to see Curry either go off similar to what LeBron does, where he has a big guy or someone picking on both sides so he can kind of choose which way he wants to go, or like the Warriors have been doing at different times during the series, a couple staggered screens to try to confuse the Cavs and make it more difficult for them to stay with Curry. Either way, we know the Cavs are going to be ready to make some adjustments and are going to need to. So tonight, Game 4, Cleveland versus Golden State. The Cavs have a lot of momentum. The Cavs have really run this series the way they want to. They've slowed it down. They've made it their series. Can they do that for one more game? Can they kill the Warriors' confidence that kind of built through the fourth quarter? Can they stay physical without fouling? Can they win the rebounding battle, and can they force the Warriors to shoot poorly from deep? If the Cavs can do those things, they will return to the Oracle with a 3-1 lead and most likely an NBA title. We'll see if that happens. We'll be here with you all game long and throughout the day today at kingjamesgospel.com, providing you analysis and feedback of anything and everything that we can. Thanks for tuning in. We look forward to tonight's Game 4 of the NBA Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. Go Cavs, and we're all in, Cleveland.